Welcome everyone to GamerMelt. Today I've got some good news, but then terrible news. Starting with the new GPU from AMD, next-gen Navi gets rebranded, RTX 3000 GPUs are coming in September, desktop Renoir coming in July, and say it isn't so AMD. But first, check out the new GamerMelt newsletter where you'll be kept up to date when PC hardware actually releases, as well as some great deals. Check that out in the description below. Okay, it's news time, and first up for today, AMD just announced a new GPU that finally details the long-leaked Navi 12. The processor is in fact the Radeon Pro 5600M, which is built for Apple's 16-inch MacBook Pro. Remember that the regular RX 5600M is based on Navi 10, while this is based on Navi 12. As far as specs, the Pro 5600M comes with 40 compute units compared to the regular 5600M's 36. It also comes with a theoretical 5.3 teraflops of FP32 compute performance. Now what's really interesting here is that it's the first Navi GPU that comes with HBM memory. It uses a dual configuration for 8GB of HBM2 memory at a bandwidth of 394 GB per second. That's actually pretty impressive. Too bad it's an Apple-only product. Next up for today, it looks like AMD is going all in with their next-gen Navi GPUs as the company looks to be doing a complete rebrand of their Radeon branding. That's a big deal because we haven't seen a full rebrand like this since Polaris launched in 2016. The new design was spotted at the end of the recently uploaded Godfall trailer, and as you can see, the design is basically the same as AMD's Ryzen CPUs, making AMD's branding similar across their full product stack. This could be something AMD simply did last second, or it really could signify a big release in Big Navi. Next up for today, I've got quite a bit of new information on Nvidia's upcoming RTX 3000 GPUs, including an update on the release date. The story originally comes from Igor's lab, and starting things off, while he did in fact confirm the cooler we saw not long ago is officially from Nvidia, it's apparently one of other possible variants that Nvidia is deciding between, meaning it is an official design, but it's not the only design Nvidia is thinking about. Obviously, if you like the design, this is a bit of a bummer, but remember that this could in fact be the final design. Not even Nvidia likely knows at this point. Regardless, he claims that Nvidia is in the design validation test phase. That means Nvidia should be releasing the RTX 3000 series in September. You can see that he goes over all the phases leading up to a final release, with the next phase being working samples. Hopefully that means we'll see some benchmarks leaked before long. Either way, we've seen a September launch timeframe in the past, but this certainly seems to help solidify it. Now, another thing he claims is that the release will essentially be the 3080 and 3090, which is a bit of a bummer because they seem to claim that a 3080 Ti would be coming not too long ago. Of course, this early in the leaks, even Nvidia may not know for sure, so they are bound to change at times. Let's just hope Nvidia can stick to September. Especially with today's last story, as our worst fears may have been realized, at least if this leak from DigiTimes is accurate. According to them, AMD's A520 will be releasing on July 7th, which we also know is the release date for Ryzen Refresh as well. Oh, and don't forget that the announcement should be coming tomorrow, so make sure to subscribe for when that happens. Not only that, but apparently mid to low level Renoir is set to release on July 21st. I'm assuming they're referring to AMD's desktop APUs that we've seen leaked for a little while now. And that's definitely good news, but there's bad news as well. According to DigiTimes, motherboard vendors are saying that 4th Gen Ryzen will not be coming in September like we had originally seen. Instead, AMD is effectively postponing the launch to CES next year. Now, DigiTimes did mention the possibility of going to 5nm like we've seen rumored, but that could easily just come from those rumors. Either way, this would be huge, but I'm somewhat hesitant on the report because AMD recently confirmed 4th Gen Ryzen to be coming in late 2020. Then again, we only just found out that Computex would be cancelled, which is where everyone assumed AMD would make said announcement. At the end of the day, DigiTimes has been both right and wrong in the past, but they certainly have a lot of insiders. Plus, as I've said before, leaks can be correct at the time they're published, but companies just change their minds. The really sad part here is that according to this, AMD is mostly doing it because there's no reason to release them this year anyway. 3rd Gen Ryzen has been a big hit for the company, and Intel's 10th Gen is basically what we expected. Really, that isn't too terrible considering it's only a few months and making new processors is extremely expensive, so profiting off of last gen for a little bit longer isn't too terrible. With that said, it's certainly disappointing and hopefully wrong, but Computex canceling could have been the final nail in the release coffin. So while that does it for today, let me know what you think about AMD possibly postponing 4th Gen Ryzen. Is it a huge bummer, or are you just more excited for their XT launch? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you liked the video, please subscribe. And as always, have a great day.